The following is a price reduction conversation that was handled like a pro. Do not attempt this unless you're being coached or supervised.
Hi, Daniel.
How are you?
Okay, how are you?
Good. Did I catch you at a good time?
That's okay. It's a video. I can skip some of it.
Look at you working on a Saturday. I know we spoke a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to, follow up with you and let you know since then what we've had. Unfortunately, we have not had any showings since that time. And another unit went on the market, and it is a one bed, and they only priced it $15,000 above us, and it's renovated to the nines. I know we spoke about waiting a little bit to do a reduction. You have options here. Let's go over them together, and then we'll figure out which one's best for you, okay? We can either keep it as is and kind of hope and wish that somebody's going to, put an offer together for us or even come take a look at it. I say this, is it probable based on our track record of what we've seen? I'm probably going to lean towards no. What would you what do you think, since we haven't had any showings? Would you?
Well, first of all, I think if somebody's going to the building, depending on who's showing them, they would go into both the apartments.
Sure. Yeah, they would. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would lower the price.
Okay. Now the question just is what, as far as how much?
Well, you would be more familiar than I would.
Yes.
What I would do about that.
So I know the maintenance is really it's what was the maintenance total you're paying again on that each month?
600 something.
Because I want that to end for you. That's the goal here. I just want to get this off the market for you.
632.79.
Okay. So we're into because we're almost at 2 months. So I know that I mean, look, we gave it a shot at 140. I know when we initially spoke, we were leaning like 125, 130.
Right.
But we said, hey, let's give it a shot at 140. Let's see what the market responds. And
Yes,
unfortunately, the buyers are just not seeing value there. So I'd say this, Joanne, the more aggressive that you go, the higher likelihood we are that we're going to get somebody to put pen to paper.
Well, what's your suggestion?
Because we haven't had any showings, we're pretty much 10% or more over on the number.
Okay.
So, if you went, we're at 140 now. Okay.
Right.
If you went to like 125, 120, the likelihood you're going to get at least some people to go in there and take a look and put something on paper.
Yeah.
Obviously is going to be higher. So whatever you choose, I'm going to support you 100%.
Let's say 125. You know what? I would do 125.
Okay. All right. I think it's a great choice. And
you think that's reasonable?
I do. And look, the good news, Joanne, is when we make the adjustment, we're going to know how the market responds. Let me ask you this. Were you willing to go more?
Well, you know what? In order to sell it, if I can't sell it, I would have to go more.
Okay.
Do you understand?
I do. And the reason I'm asking is if you were thinking you would have went 120, I would say take that now. It's best to do it now instead of making incremental adjustments down. Let's just take it. And if you were going to do that, let's go with that. If you're thinking.
Yeah. All right. If that's what you think, fine.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to get rid of it.
I know.
It's, I think 120 would be a nice bargain for somebody, though, because I really think they could fix it up quickly.
Yeah. Well, and what some of the feedback initially that we got was if they were to renovate it, it's not a condo where they can just go right in and do it. You have to get board approval for a lot of those things. That's
approve anything.
I know. And from what I'm finding out, that's true. Unfortunately, when I communicate that to a buyer or an investor, they're like, look, man, it's going to take a lot longer because you're dealing with a condo co-op board, not just a condo where you can go in and do it. So that was some of the pushback. So, all right. Well, all I need you to do, Joanne, is just text me, hey, Daniel, we're going to make a price adjustment to 120, 120,000, make it effective today. And then I'll send it to the MLS.
Okay, great.
Okay?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, Joanne, I'll be in touch with you in the next 7 to 10 days once we get this adjustment going to let you know how the market responds.
Yes.
All right?
That's wonderful. Thank
awesome.
You.
My pleasure, Joanne.
Have a lovely weekend.
You too. Take care. Enjoy.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Now, I wanted 125. She gave me 120 because she is very motivated to sell. And we tried it at 140 and it didn't work.
I like the fact that you asked the question.
About maintenance?
No, if she would be willing to do more.
Yes. because she was running, and I heard it, and she was like, let me see how that goes. And I was like, well, let me ask you a question. Were you willing to do 120? And she was like, well, we wanted to see, and if I had to sell it, I would do that. And I was like, well, let's just do it now.
Would you have like maybe taken the approach of like leaving it open to her to see like how low she would be willing to go?
I know that, well, when we initially worked together and sat, and because she was interviewing other agents, I was like number 2 or 3. And she's actually probate. This isn't hers. This was her brother who passed away. She didn't want to go lower than 130. But now that we're deep 40 days, 43 days, it's a different story. And I just want to ask her, I know that she's motivated to sell it. That maintenance it's hard. But I think at 120, it'll move. Remember, guys, it's like a train track. What happened, which is we were on the market. We just, we haven't had any showings since we last spoke. So that's what happened. Her motivation. And, I know the maintenance is hurting you. So you really want to get this sold. But she's like, yeah, I just got to get it sold. So what happened? Motivation. You can even Google motivation, what happened. It doesn't matter. I do the other way around, and then it is what we need to do. Okay, so you go over the 3 options. We can keep it. And I was going to go over the other 2. She just went right to, I want to make an adjustment. But the train track runs. We can either keep it on as is, kind of hope, wish, and pray somebody's going to put a pen to paper. It's possible. Do you think it's probable? And she was like, I just need to let's take an adjustment. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to go over the other 2. She gave me buy-in. Let's just go over what number it is now. It's like a listing agreement when you go over the 3 questions and you say, hey, do you just want me to handle the sale for you? And she says, or he says, yes, you don't say anything else. You bring the paperwork out and just start signing. It's the same thing.
When you did the listing presentation, did she want to take that strategy, like going above market?
We did 140. We're at 140, and we're at it's a little bit above market, but she wanted to give it a shot. And I said, okay, as long as I said, what we can do is we'll know how the market responds, and within 2 to 3 weeks, we'll see if we can take you just be open to a price adjustment. And I spoke to her twice, and she wasn't ready to do it yet. And I went over everything with her. She wasn't ready. Now the pain is 2 months of maintenance. She's ready to do it. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Now we're here. And we have competition. It's a 1-bedroom that's fully renovated, and it's only $15,000 above where we are. To renovate that unit, it's got to be at least probably $30,000. The motivation has grown since she's paid more to keep it.
Correct.
And it's just me asking questions. That's all. You didn't hear me tell her anything. I just asked her. And she was open, and she said, okay, then let's do that. And so, again, I'll give you the train track of we can keep it as is. Hope, wish, and pray a buyer's going to come. Number 2 is we can pull it off the market. You can keep it, which I know you really don't want to do. Is that right? She's like, nope. And then the third thing is we just do what most sellers do in your situation, which is just take an adjustment on the price. Based on what you're looking to accomplish and why, which one of those we're going to serve you best. She picked 3. Then it's just a matter of now how much. And because we're not getting showing, she's at least 10% above. And that would be 14 to 15,000. She took 20, which I think is a great number.
The following is a prospecting call on a probate case that was handled like a pro. Do not try this at home, kids.
Enjoy your weekend.
You too. Bye-bye. All right. Fuck yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 calls, guys. That was 5 calls. And she finally answered on a Saturday. Follow-up is where the juice is, man.